What's going on, Lawrence Planet Podcast here, and I'm doing an update to a story we did a few days ago on modern day slavery here in South Georgia. And I've kept this on my radar because I want to know who these people are. I want to know a little bit more about it because the story was pretty vague in the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. And anyone who watched the channel and the comments you left me was definitely like, why isn't this mainstream worthy news? So I kept it on my radar. I kept doing a little bit more digging to find out a little bit more information, and this is what we've got. So this is picked up here in the Daily Mail. U.S. Slavery 2021, human trafficking ring traps hundreds of migrant workers picking onions for 20 cents per bucket in South Georgia as part of a years-long $200 million operation that saw 2 die and other repeatedly raped. So let's scroll down here a little bit. At least 2 people died in the brutal conditions. We reported that earlier. That saw workers forced to handpick onions at gunpoint for just 20 cents per bucket in sweltering heat. In other words, repeatedly kidnapped and raped. They were kept in squalid camps surrounded by electric fences or cramped living quarters, including dirty trailers with raw sewage leaks. They reportedly had their passports documents taken from them to deter them from escaping. 24 members of the alleged gang have now been indicted on mail fraud, forced labor, money laundering, witness tampering charges following 3-year multi-agency federal probe known as Operation Blooming Onion. What's crazy to me is it took 3 years. Like, people went through this for 3 years while you investigate? That's crazy. 2 of the defendants are described as South Georgia business owners. Most are contractors and recruiters. This is the one here that they have photos of here, which is Charles King of Kingsbury Farms in Waycross, Georgia. This photo's from 2013, if you know that. Some of the migrants allegedly worked at Hilltop Packing Company, owned by defendant Stanley McGauley, according to the 50-page indictment. And it also says here that there were essentially 3 aspects of the alleged human trafficking operation: misusing the H-2A visa program to bring in workers from Mexico, Guatemala, Honduras under the pretext of being agricultural workers, abusing and exploiting the workers to make money, and laundering the proceeds through big cash purchases, cashier's checks, and a casino. I don't understand why they really need to launder the money. That doesn't really make a lot of sense because I don't know, they're using them as labor, but they're not. I don't quite understand that. But they have dubbed the gang Patricio TCO, a transnational criminal organization, after Maria Patricio, a 70-year-old resident of Nicholas, Georgia. She is accused of filing fraudulent petitions to bring workers into the United States via H-2A work visa program. Patricio has pleaded not guilty to the charges against her, reported by Vice. More than 100 victims were brought into southern Georgia under the program and were kept in cramped, unsanitary quarters and camps with little to no food, limited plumbing, and without safe water. Often they were sold to other members of the crime ring in southern Georgia counties of Atkinson, Bacon, Coffee, Tottenham, Toombs, and Ware. The illegal activities extended within southern, middle, and northern districts of Georgia, the middle district of Florida, the southern district of Texas. So basically, they're just trafficking people from Mexico all the way over here and just putting them in the most inhumane conditions. Right here, the feds opened the investigation of the gang in November 2019 involving Homeland Security investigations, the Labor Department, the Department of State's Diplomatic Security Services, and the U.S. Postal Inspection Services, and the FBI. So a lot of people went in there. We are aware that somewhere around 70,000 who have come in under H-2A program fraudulently, and we have 100 actual victims in our district that we're able to locate. How crazy is that? Operation Blooming Onion maximized the expertise of multiple law enforcement agencies. But it took too long, right? I mean, 3-year investigation. You know these people are there going through this, and why does it take 3 years to put somebody, I don't know, on the map for this? That I don't understand, but they're doing something about it. Charles King of Kingsbury Farms is on the list of people that you should give a fuck about, because that guy clearly misused the H-2A. He ethically did and morally did heinous crimes to these people and needs to be held accountable. And I want to know who the other people are. So far, they've only named 2 people in this article that I found. I haven't been able to find everyone else. So if you find some more information on it, please comment below, share the video because people need to know this is happening. I feel like nobody knows this is happening. This is huge. It's happening here. It's happening in other places. That's a fact. And people need to put a stop to it. You know, there's comments on my feed here about, you know, about slavery that was from 200 years ago where people, you know, and here, keep in mind the difference being when you want to bring in what the African American culture went through in America versus this, it is different. It's not the same, right? African Americans were legally owned as slaves. That was a legal battle that our country went to war over to free the slaves. This is not the same as that. I don't want people to think it's the same because it's not. What's happening now is very different, but you need to pay attention. What I'm getting at, you need to pay attention. This shouldn't be happening. It's 2021. People need to be treated better. And I've talked about this on other shows where, you know, some people in our country just get treated like dirt. And we need to do better and treat people better all across the board. So let me know what you think. I'm going to keep following up with this story because I feel like it is important. And please share this video with people who do not know this is happening. And we need to get some kind of awareness. If you are part of the Mexican, Latino, you know, the immigrant population, you should be furious with this. Now, I get it. I get people on the other side of the spectrum are mad because people are coming in here illegally. That doesn't mean that you can do this to people. So I need people to come together and just be wholesome. It's December, it's the holidays, and we're hearing about this atrocity happening. So like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me for some more updates because I'm going to keep following this. It's on my radar of things that I want to talk about, and I'd like to hear your opinion. So we'll see you guys later.